All right. August Alsina was on Council Culture, and they were asking him about his love for another man and his perspective on love. And here's what he said.
You talked about your love for another man. What has opening your heart done for you?
It's like when people want you to define yourself as whether you're gay, straight, bisexual, or whatever, as you were just talking about, love is like much more complex than that. For me, because love is a language, I'm fluent in love when it speaks to me.
August Alsina has seemingly found peace and love after his chaotic love affair and breakup with Jada Pinkett Smith. August has allegedly found love with a new man that is 10 years his junior. And while some frown on the age difference, August Alsina seems to be committed and ignoring all the naysayers. Some love stories don't begin with roses, they begin with wreckage. And baby, this one left emotional debris all over the internet. Because just when the world thought August Alsina had disappeared into quiet healing, whispers started bubbling again. Not about trauma, not about illness, but about love, a brand new love, a secret love. A love that many say finally gave him peace after one of the messiest, most dissected, and emotionally draining celebrity situations of the last decade. And all of it traces back to that relationship, the one that shook Hollywood and turned family loyalty, emotional healing, and boundaries into viral battlegrounds. Yes, the situation with Jada Pinkett Smith. Now fast forward to today. August is being spotted at LGBTQ plus events, standing hand in hand with his alleged boyfriend, Zoo, a man over a decade younger than him. Rings, matching jewelry, quiet vows behind loud rumors. And suddenly people are asking, did Jada Pinkett Smith turn him to being gay? Did August secretly move on? And is this new relationship, is Zoo giving him everything Jada never was able to give him? Let's rewind. Because you cannot understand this new chapter without revisiting the emotional storm that almost destroyed him. August Alsina once stood at the top of his game, industry backing, major hits, and emotional transparency that fans loved him for. But behind the scenes, his personal life was unraveling. When news first broke that he had allegedly entered into a deeply emotional relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith, who was still legally married to Will Smith, the internet exploded. Fans took sides. Some defended entanglements. Others said August was being used as an emotional crutch. And August, he looked broken. Publicly heartbroken, publicly humiliated, publicly confused. He spoke about feeling spiritually connected to her. He spoke about believing it was real. He spoke about giving everything emotionally and mentally to a relationship that the world later labeled as a complicated chapter. But after that storm passed, August disappeared. No major interviews, fewer performances, and what little fans saw was a man clearly trying to survive, not thrive. He talked about what he called the healing era. Over the past couple of years, fans began noticing subtle shifts. August started popping back up, not in drama, but in peace. Softer energy, some even labeled it a feminine energy. Smiles that didn't look forced, spiritual captions, private gatherings, low-key appearances, and then, boom. He appears at LGBTQ plus events with the same man, Zoo. Again and again, red carpets, private gatherings, quiet after parties, always close, always connected, always with body language that screamed, "This is real." Then fans spotted it. Rings, matching rings. And now the internet has entered DEFCON gossip mode. According to multiple event goers and circulating footage, August and his rumored partner Zoo, who is allegedly about 10 years younger, have not denied the relationship. In fact, insiders claim they move like a committed couple who no longer feel the need to explain themselves. And that's when the narrative split. Some fans cheered, "Let him live. He deserves happiness. He's finally at peace." But critics immediately jumped in. Why is he dating someone so young? That age gap is troubling. Did he groom that boy? Is this another emotional rebound? And suddenly, August was once again trending, but this time for love instead of loss. Allegedly, the two have been inseparable at several LGBTQ plus celebrations. At one recent event, witnesses say August's energy was completely different. Lighter, freer, relaxed, no bitterness, no sadness, just genuine calm. And that's when people really started whispering, he's never looked like this before. Not during the Jada era, not during the tour highs, not even during his biggest musical moments. This version of August looks healed. But are those rings friendship rings, symbolic rings, or commitment rings? Some fans are convinced August quietly married Zoo away from the cameras. No press release, no IG announcement, just vibes, energy, and spiritual silence. And baby, that kind of secrecy only fuels the fire. Because the louder the silence, the louder the speculation. And just when many thought August had finally escaped gossip culture, The age gap controversy exploded. As soon as the Zoo's age leaked, the internet did what it always does. It turned compassion into chaos. Reports allege August's new man is roughly 10 years younger than him. That's not unheard of in Hollywood. But when fans compared this gap to the emotional dynamic everyone remembers from the Jada situation, the narrative shifted quickly. Some said he was doing to Zoo what Jada had done to him. Suddenly, the questions got louder. Is he repeating cycles? Is this another imbalance of power? Is he truly healed or just hiding the pain better? Supporters immediately clapped back. He's grown. They're both adults. Let him love in peace. But critics were relentless. Some argue that after being emotionally vulnerable in his past public relationship, August now positions himself in the older, more grounded role. And that alone makes people uncomfortable. And social media doesn't do nuance. It does extremes. One side says August finally reclaimed his power. The other says he may still be trying to control pain through emotional dynamics. But here's what fans can't deny. This relationship looks different. There's no chaos, no emotional outbursts, no late night confessions, no messy interviews, just quiet commitment. And that's what really has people shook. Because August once wore his heartbreak loud. Now his happiness whispers. At recent Pride-adjacent events, eyewitnesses swear the couple moves in perfect sync. No awkwardness, no distance, just steady partnership energy. And multiple people claim the rings are not fashion, their intention. Now let's talk about the unspoken comparison everyone keeps tiptoeing around. Jada! The internet has not been gentle with that contrast. People who once accused August of being too emotional now say his new relationship looks emotionally balanced. Where chaos once existed, calm now dominates. Where secrecy once caused pain, this secrecy feels protective. And that difference has fans whispering the unthinkable. Did Jada break him so someone else could heal him? Now let's be clear, this is still all alleged. Neither August nor Zoo have confirmed a marriage. But the symbolism, oh baby, it's loud. Especially when you factor in how August once spoke about devotion, spiritual alignment, and unconditional love during the early days of his most public heartbreak. Back then, people questioned his judgment. Now, they're questioning his transformation. Multiple insiders claim August's camp is hyperprotective of this relationship. No press leaks, no industry games, no branding strategy. It's love without profit. And that alone is revolutionary in celebrity culture. But controversy wasn't done yet. Some old critics resurfaced saying August has switched narratives. Others said he finally feels safe being fully himself without explanation. And still others claim this relationship didn't just heal his heart, it freed his identity, which leads to the most explosive question of all. Was August ever truly allowed to be himself before? Fans now revisit old lyrics, old interviews, old pauses in his answers. They dissect everything. And the conclusion many are drawing? August was never broken, he was restricted. And now that he's finally in a relationship without power imbalances, public expectations, or complicated hierarchies, he's glowing. But is this peace permanent? Or is Hollywood just waiting to twist the narrative again? What makes August's current chapter so powerful isn't the romance. It's the silence. August and Zoo aren't explaining anything. There's no press run, no monetization, no tell-all, no Instagram soft launch, no viral confession, just presence. And for a man who once had his entire emotional life dissected for public consumption, that silence is everything. Fans say his body language looks lighter, his smile looks softer, his posture looks unburdened. And that kind of transformation doesn't come from damage, it comes from safety. Those rings, whether married or not, symbolically they already mean commitment to most fans. And the age gap, some see it as irrelevant. Others see it as a conversation about growth versus control. But either way, no one can deny this relationship looks intentional, stable, and drama-free. Which brings many to the final thought. Maybe August didn't lose in love before. Maybe that chapter taught him exactly what kind of love to never accept again. Where once he fought publicly for validation, he now protects his peace in private. Where once he poured out his soul in interviews, now he lets happiness speak silently. And where once the world debated his heartbreak, now they envy his healing. Because in Hollywood, peace is the rarest flex of all. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Hollywood Scoop because we bring you real celebrity tea with real storytelling and real emotion every single time.